Lily and Chris work on a huge sea ship that carries planes. One night, a loud alarm rang, and they heard weird sounds. Lily felt like something strange was happening on the top of the ship. People were shouting and running. Then she saw that Chris was not there. A pilot pointed to the sky. Something was coming fast. The pilots got ready, but no one knew what it was or where Chris had gone. Lily and Chris have been working on a big ship with airplanes for a few months. The ship is taking the planes to another country, and they haven't seen land in many days. Their boss didn't say what kind of planes they were moving. All they know is they are going from Ireland to America. Chris works on the top part of the ship, getting the planes ready. 8 planes still need fixing, and one of them is Lily's. She checks everything while Chris keeps working. People on the ship were talking about 2 people sneaking around. No one knew if it was true, but if it was, they would get in trouble. Lily and Chris didn't think much about it until one of them started noticing weird things. Lily couldn't sleep at night. The lights turn off at 10, and it's usually quiet. But for the last 2 nights, strange sounds kept waking her up. She heard metal banging and thought someone was working late, but she was wrong. The next day, she asked Chris, and he said he heard the same thing. That night, they chose to check it out. Lily and Chris went to bed like normal, but waited until everyone was asleep. Then they quietly left their rooms and met at the stairs. Boys and girls were not allowed to leave their rooms at night. Each person had their own bathroom, so no one needed to walk in the halls. That's why they had to be super careful. Lily got to the stairs first. She listened to the quiet all around her. Then she heard footsteps and thought it was Chris. But suddenly, she heard a voice she didn't know. She quickly hid behind the stairs and hoped everything would be okay. Lily's heart started beating faster as the footsteps got closer. Someone was right on the other side of the door next to her. The door handle moved and the door slowly opened. Lily felt so relieved. It was just Chris. Then they heard the strange sound again. It was quiet, but they could tell it was coming from down below. They knew they had to find out what it was. Maybe something was broken and the ship could be in danger. They walked down, thinking they would reach it soon, but the sound never got closer. It had to be coming from the very bottom of the ship, maybe 20 floors down. The sound was weird, but Lily felt really tired. Plus, this wasn't her job. Maybe it was just someone working late, which happened a lot on the ship. Chris said he would keep going and tell Lily if he found anything strange. Lily was okay with that and went back to her room. Thankfully, all her roommates were still asleep. She didn't know what she would have done if someone had caught her. The ship was getting new cargo, and everyone knew it was very important and dangerous. Lily didn't know what it was, but she heard that security was going to get stronger. When Lily woke up the next day, she felt something was really wrong. She got dressed and went to work. She thought she would see Chris working on her plane, but he wasn't there. She waited for 30 minutes, but he still didn't come. Lily went to ask the lieutenant where Chris was, but his answer didn't help. He told her to stop asking questions and said Chris had been moved to another part of the ship. But why? Maybe Chris got caught and was locked up. But if that happened, everyone would be talking about it. So, where was Chris? During her lunch break, Lily went downstairs to look for Chris. She had walked down almost 10 sets of stairs when she heard the strange sound again. This time, she figured out what it was. It was Morse code. Lily turned pale. She knew the message was a warning. They were about to be attacked. Right then, the loud alarm went off. Everyone started running around, getting to their stations. They were told to be ready to take off. At first, Lily thought this might just be a practice test. But when she reached the deck, she saw something in the sky. It looked like a small black dot, but it was getting bigger fast. All the pilots jumped into their planes and waited. Lily's plane had been fixed earlier that day, so she got in too. That's when she noticed something strange. The object coming closer looked familiar. She had seen it on the dock the night before. It was supposed to be loaded onto the ship today. Then Lily started thinking hard. Could this all be part of the test? That black dot in the sky was very dangerous and super important. If someone stole it and used it the wrong way, it could cause big trouble for everyone. The deck felt full of worry. Lily, just like the other pilots, sat in her plane waiting for the order to take off. She knew the thing in the sky was scary. She hoped her guess was right. If not, this might be her last flight. The ship, called the SS Aurora, was super quiet. It was so quiet that it felt loud. People looked at each other with nervous eyes. In the sky, a strange object just floated there. Machines started beeping, making things feel worse, but no one said a word. They were all thinking the same thing, but no one wanted to say it. Suddenly, a strange voice came through the radio. It told them to send someone to check out the object right away. Everyone felt even more worried. They whispered to each other, wondering who would go. It was a big decision. Then, all eyes turned to Lily. Commander Jake looked right at her. He didn't say anything, but it was clear. Lily was the one they trusted to do it. In the big hangar on the ship, workers crowded around Lily's jet, called the Falcon. They carefully checked every part, from the engines to the radio system. Lily stood nearby in her pilot suit, watching everything. She listened as the head worker told her about small changes made to help the Falcon stay safe. Lily took a deep breath and climbed into the jet. She got her mind ready for what was coming. The loud sound of the Falcon's engines filled the air as the hangar doors slowly opened. People on the ship watched her take off, many hoping she would come back safe. Lily held the controls tightly. The strange thing in the sky was getting bigger with every second. She flew closer, and her jet's tools kept beeping as they collected information. She didn't know what she would face, but she was brave and kept going forward. Inside the SS Aurora's control room, everyone stared at the big screens. A tiny glowing dot showed where Lily's jet was. It kept moving closer to the strange thing in the sky. Her friends, other pilots, helpers, and even the ship's cleaners stood together, feeling nervous. Everyone hoped Lily would be okay. They wanted her to come back safe. As the cloudy mist around the object got closer, Lily started to feel unsure. She gripped the controls tightly. For a moment, she closed her eyes, taking a deep breath and getting ready for whatever was waiting for her. As Lily flew through the thick fog, she saw something very strange. Hidden inside the mist was a flying machine that looked like nothing she had ever seen. It had shiny sides and a smooth shape that didn't look like normal planes. Lily was curious and tried to talk to it through her radio to see what it wanted, but as soon as she started, her headset made loud static noises. She tried to fix the radio, but every channel was full of noise. Her screen showed broken bits of information, so she couldn't tell the SS Aurora what she had found. The problems kept getting worse, and Lily felt she needed to head back to the ship right away. She turned on the thrusters and tried to fly away from the strange craft. But when she started to land, red warning lights blinked on. Something was wrong with the landing system. Lily's heart pounded. She felt panic rising inside her. Lily looked down and saw fast movement on the deck of the Aurora. From high up in the sky, she couldn't see everything clearly, but it was easy to tell that something was very wrong. Her heart beat faster. She wanted to help or at least understand what was going on. Suddenly, one of the jets on the ship started moving. To Lily's surprise, it took off without warning. The engines roared loudly as the jet shot into the sky. It looked like the jet was flying all by itself. Back on the ship, things got worse. The wild jet sped across the runway. People ran in every direction, trying to stay out of its way. Loud alarms went off, red lights flashed, and people shouted as they tried to figure out what was happening. As Lily watched the wild scene below, she felt a strong push inside her. She couldn't just sit and watch. She turned her jet quickly and started chasing the runaway plane. It was flying all over the place, moving side to side through the sky. Lily got closer, flying the crown. Krani Kernjalin Droiter Arnais. Kalparning Shamsander. The Ichinder. The Ichidor. Its trail. She tried changing her radio signal to call the jet. At first, all she heard was loud static, but she didn't give up. Slowly, the noise started to fade. Then she heard a voice, quiet and broken at first. After a few seconds, it became clear. It was Chris. Lily felt a bit of relief, but then more questions filled her head. Why was Chris in that plane? What was going on? His voice came through again, sounding serious. He told her to follow him. Lily's heart felt heavy. She didn't know what to do. She wanted to trust him, but everything felt wrong. Still, she needed answers. With her heart racing, she pushed her jet forward and kept going. The sky looked blurry as Lily and Chris's jets zipped and turned, almost like a fast dance in the air. Every quick turn was answered with another just as smooth. Lily felt torn. She had a job to do. But this was also her friend. Every moment tested her strength. It became clear this wasn't just a chase for fun. Chris wasn't flying around at random. His moves showed he had a plan. He was going somewhere on purpose. The clouds flew past them as the sun started to go down, painting the sky gold. Lily flew closer to Chris's jet. Suddenly, his flying got messy, and smoke came from one of his engines. She knew he was in trouble. Lily stayed calm and used her skills to block his path, guiding him down slowly to land on a faraway airstrip. After landing, Lily got out of her jet and walked straight to Chris, needing answers. He looked tired and upset. "I had to fix things." "You wouldn't understand," he said in a quiet, strange way. Before they could say more, other crew members showed up and surrounded them. Both Lily and Chris were taken back to the ship, with people watching them closely. When they landed, the air on the deck felt heavy. Everyone was whispering. Commander Jake walked up fast. He looked very angry. Commander Jake said, "I want answers right now." But before anyone could speak, a loud alarm went off. A voice came over the speakers. "Security breach found. Important files have been stolen." Right away, the mood changed from angry to scared. Crew members rushed into action, trying to figure out what had happened and how to stop it. In the middle of all the chaos, Lily started to understand. The strange cloud and everything Chris had done were just a trick to distract everyone. While the crew searched, Chris sat beside his jet, looking tired and beaten. Then the truth came out. He had taken secret files. He used the mess as a way to finish his plan. Chris said someone had forced him to do it by threatening his family. He wasn't the only one. Officer Lana Mia had helped him, shocking the crew even more. After asking lots of questions, the team found out it was a careful plan to break into the ship's systems. The stolen files held big military secrets that could cause serious problems around the world. Lily didn't know how to feel. She knew Chris had been scared and trying to protect his family, but the trust between them was broken. The ship slowly got back to normal, with tighter rules and stronger security. Still, people stayed careful and unsure. At his hearing, Chris was found guilty. But instead of going to jail, he was told to keep working, this time while being watched closely. He would use his skills to help fix what he broke. The ship was full of soft machine sounds and quiet voices as things were fixed. Both the ship's parts and the team's trust. Even though they had been hurt, the crew stayed strong together. They made new rules to keep everyone safe. People still talked about what happened, but Chris's new life was set. He wouldn't be locked up. He would work hard to make things right. He accepted his punishment and began his path to change. With a new course set, the ship moved into unknown space. The past was still there, but the crew stayed strong, ready for the future. Their journey showed the power of second chances and never giving up.